Hello everybody, my name is Joesph Tyrrell, Phoenix Wrestling Referee, and you're watching the James Nation YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video, give it a share, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. Now, James has sent me over a list of questions here in relation to my time as Phoenix Wrestling Referee, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first question is, when did you first realise that you wanted to be a referee? So, it's kind of an interesting story here. So I started training with Phoenix back in February of this year, just before the virus took over the world, really. I had about 2 or 3 sessions down in the old gym in Douglas, and originally it was just to be a wrestler. It wasn't actually specifically for a referee role. And then obviously with the craziness of the pandemic and the very bizarre 2020 that we had, obviously training had to stop for a few months, and I actually left Phoenix a little bit into that time, just because I had some stuff going on outside of wrestling that I needed to get sorted. And Billy Bedlam, the great man that he is, the owner of Phoenix Wrestling, reached out to me randomly one day and thought I would be a very good fit for the role of Phoenix Wrestling Referee, which meant a lot to me. And I'll forever be grateful to Billy for thinking of me for that. And yeah, that's kind of how the journey started, as me becoming a Phoenix Wrestling Referee. And yeah, so it would have been about June, July, I would have got offered that role, and I would end up having my first show in September. Which leads me on to the next question, is what was your first match as referee? So my first match as referee was Dino Power versus Matt Schuyler at Unlock, Stock and 2 Meters Apart, which is available on Phoenix Wrestling's YouTube channel. You can go and check that out after you've finished watching this interview. So yeah, to be able to officiate a match between 2 of the best wrestlers, not just in Munster and in Cork, but in Ireland, really was a special moment. You know, like, as much as I was very nervous going into the show, and as much as I was almost a little bit intimidated being in the ring with these 2 incredible pro wrestlers, to be able to have that, you know, up close view, and to be able to be, you know, officiating a match between these 2 amazing athletes really was special. And you know, they always say you never forget your first, and I was privileged to have a great first match with 2 great wrestlers as my first match as Phoenix Wrestling Referee. And the next question is, what was your favourite match to referee? Now, this is a tough one, because on the show I just mentioned, there were so many great matches. Honestly, you should definitely go check out that show when you're done watching this interview. It really is a great show, and every single match was fantastic. If I had to pick one match, though, if I really had to, you know, narrow it down to one, I'd probably pick Raven Creed versus Corey Jeffries. Not only is it a tremendous match, but I also have a bit of a personal connection to it, because my first ever wrestling training session back in 2015, they were the 2 guys, the first 2 guys that I met there that are still in Phoenix Wrestling now. All these years later. Corey is probably my longest friend in wrestling. I always stayed in contact with him even when I wasn't training, and Raven has just been a standard bearer for Cork and Munster wrestling. Really has flown the flag for the county and the province, and to be able to you know, be in the ring with them, just like with Dean and Matt, really was a special moment, as I say. And again, you really should go back and check out that match. It's absolutely fantastic, and hopefully not the last time those 2 will cross paths in my time as referee. And the 4th question here is, did you ever take a bump? If so, what was the most fun? Well, hitting the mat as a referee takes its toll on you. We're not built the same way these athletes are built. Thankfully, I managed to stay clear of any falls or any bumps on Unlock, Stock and 2 Meters Apart. But God only knows that on the next show I might not get as lucky. So I'll take my luck while I can. Yeah, taking bumps ain't very fun for referees. The second to last question here is, what is your favourite promotion to referee for? So I am, as I say, privileged and honoured to be the full-time referee for Phoenix Wrestling. It's something that I will, as I said, forever be grateful to Billy Bedlam for offering me. And that will always be my number one promotion, Phoenix Wrestling. I'll always be a product of the Phoenix Wrestling Academy. In terms of, we'll say, future promotions I'd like to referee for, of course, OTT is definitely on the list. A lot of the UK indies would be there. I think, Japan is somewhere I've always wanted to go to, and I think, normally they've kind of had Japanese referees. I'd love to be able to break the mold and be almost like one of the first Gaijin referees over there. I think that would be really cool, particularly for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Of course, AEW and WWE down the line. I have a lot of long-term goals I want to achieve as well. And hopefully Joesph Tyrrell is someone you'll be seeing pop up in a few places. But for now and forever, Phoenix Wrestling will always be my number one promotion. And the final question here is, who is your inspiration to become a ref? Well, I've had a lot of people I've looked up to since I got offered the role. Of course, veteran referees like Charles Robinson, Mike Chioda. I really love what Aubrey Edwards is doing over in AEW. Red Shoes in New Japan. But I think I got to go with Foxy, just, purely because he is the most respected referee I've seen across any promotion. And the fact that not only is he the most respected and personally my favourite, he also happens to be from the same country as me. So to see someone from the same country as me in the same role I'm in do as well as he has, and I've been lucky enough to go to many OTT shows where Foxy's refereed. He's definitely someone I've looked up to and has been a huge inspiration, and someone that I aspire to be like in my own career as a referee. Kind of long answer short, Foxy I think would definitely be the biggest inspiration in terms of my refereeing career. So yeah, that wraps up the questions, guys. Thank you, James, for inviting me to be on the channel. Really, really is a pleasure. Hopefully get to see you at some Phoenix Wrestling shows in the future. 2021 I think is going to be a big year for us. 2020 was an unprecedented year for us all, but I still think we made the best of a bad situation. We got an amazing show with Unlock Stock 2 Meters Apart that you can check out on our YouTube channel once again when you're done watching this interview, and can't wait to see you all in 2021. My name is Joesph Tyrrell. This is the James Nation YouTube channel, and we'll see you later.